Hi, I'm Derek Cooper, Australian PGA professional and Director of Instruction. Do you struggle with hitting the ball fat and then sometimes thin, hitting the ground before the ball sometimes and then other times hitting the top of the ball and only to watch it go too low across the fairway or into a green? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can overcome that and hit the ball more solidly and consistently so you can get your balls up in the air and landing softly on the green. The error of hitting the ground before the ball or missing the ground and catching the ball thin, the reason for that I'm going to share with you today is definitely a better player's error. So what I tend to see is players will get the club, they slide the lower body too much in the downswing. So by that I mean the hips go too much in this direction before they start rotating. That gets the club traveling too much from the inside. So when the club comes through, it tends to bottom out too early. So they'll either hit the ground first, or then they'll stand up a little bit and come out of posture in an effort to stop the club from hitting the ground, but all they succeed in doing is hitting the ball a little thin. So the problem is that the player slides too much to the left, we see the path go too much right. So if you're seeing divots that are going to the right when you're hitting the ground too early, you're probably going to fall into this category. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that when you make your normal backswing, but when you come back down, we've got to get these hips to rotate more than what they are at present, rather than this big slide. There's definitely a little shift to the left, but what you've done, the players we're talking about, you've overdone that shift to the left instead of it being just a very, very small move. So when you make that downswing now, we just want a very small move, then start rotating. So you're going to feel there's a lot more rotation in this downswing than you're used to, and by doing that, we're going to see a swing path then which is going to come down much wider, and it's going to feel like it exits very, very left in relation to what you've been doing. But by doing that, we'll get the club traveling more down the line. The club will bottom out in the correct location, we'll start hitting the ball before the ground, and your divots will start to look a lot straighter than what they have done in the past. Like I said, to you it's going to probably feel like that club's exiting way left, and you may even feel like you're going to hit slices or fades, but I would definitely not be hesitant to do that. First thing I'd want to do is get up and work through this drill, hit the shots and let the ball flight tell me whether I'm actually exiting with the club too far to the left. Keeping in mind that if the club does exit too far left with the path going too much from in to out, then it means that the ball's going to curve probably to the right. So as long as you're seeing ground first, thins, hooky sort of ball flights, that path's probably going too much from the inside or too much to the right. We want to make sure that when you start that downswing, yes, you can shift left, but just not as much as you were. We want to rotate a little bit more, get the path traveling more down the line, club exiting more left, and you're going to hit more solid golf shots and hit the ball a whole lot straighter.